Hello, this is Brett Weisbrotz here. Today I'll be taking a quick tour video of this abandoned school bus yard. Actually, we all know that Baumann Sons and Acme Bus went out of business because of coronavirus, but I just drove every location. If they look abandoned, well, unfortunately they all have locked security fencing, but luckily I found one that doesn't have fencing, so that means I can take a quick tour to go show you all those buses. Well, another reason why Oceanside doesn't have fencing, because this used to be an Atlantic Express yard until the bankruptcy in the end of 2013. Another reason why they went out of business because how much did it all the extra costing from Hurricane Sandy. So, well, today I'll be taking a tour of, we see some actual Bauman buses and some Atlantic Express buses, ex-Atlantic Express buses. So, well, this may be not the best spot because the sun glare. Well, otherwise I love taking videos or pictures of buses on a nice sunrise like this. We got a full yard. That's a really nice actual Bauman bus. There's some Atlantic Express buses here. There's a current Minotaur. Actually, I only took Atlantic Express just during freshman to sophomore year until it went out of business. That's an Atlantic Express Bluebird. I love that one. Well, except it's hard to find. And there's an actual Bauman Starcraft bus, but actually I love those Starcraft because, ooh, what's this? There's a Don Brown bus sales frame plate. I wish I had one of those. Except I already got enough frames to, because I have to make sure that I have to read the underneath of saying Empire State, because I can't end up all covered. Here's a 2012 Atlantic Express Starcraft Quest. Yep, all stop signs are taken out. That looks not really good, really nice. Yeah, I can see that bus, really nice. Now I'm gonna head out to the next area. Actually, oh, there's mini buses out here. That's my favorite part of coming to this yard, because I like the mini buses more than the big buses, because usually I'm not a fan of Atlantic Express buses out there, because they just look the same after the Wayne buses disappeared. Well, if any of you who likes buses, who grew up being a bus fan older than me, yeah, you must have felt bad that the Wayne buses are gone because they were out of date. Well, before Hurricane, well, a couple of them, if they still survive, must be from Hurricane Irene. Well, now I'm gonna take you to the minibus lot. No plates. Yep, it looks definitely abandoned, all right. Well, it's not gonna be permanently abandoned because once school's back in session, they might be another company that might take over this yard. So any Flickr fans will let me know what company's gonna take over this yard later when school's back in session. We got some Atlantic Express buses. There's some actual Bauman mini buses. That looks nice. Well, at least most of them did had fresh DOT sticker before the coronavirus hits the whole island. There's an actual Acme bus from Copeg. Nice. Actually, I rode one of those Atlantic ones as a spare. Now I'm gonna go check on the next row. Well, over the years, ever since Oceanside had Bauman, all the Nassau County bus yards just went out of business because probably losing a lot of contracts. Actually, the truth is, Bauman's been starting having dreadful reviews of their services since 2011, like things that are unsuitable for acts in front of getting arrested for in front of kids or without kids. Well, if you remember seeing the news like those before, I see this bus all the time at school, but that's not what I rode. I love that Starcraft. I saw that bus went to Medford once. That's my sophomore bus. 12,545. That's my sophomore bus. And I think this one's also my high school bus, but that's not what I rode. Well, I've already been on this side before, so, well, I remember this yard used to be full of minibuses here, but the past few years, it's been declining businesses. Probably the benefits not as good. Well, actually, a friend of my younger brother's parent once told me that she used to drive for Acme Bus, but she just quit because probably the staffs are not as nice as usual, and probably the benefits are probably low. And I think one time that she told me that she only gets $8 an hour instead of actual good pay like every professional school bus company. Well, that's another reason why a lot of schools and companies don't want to work for Bauman. Oh, if you remember what happened to the Yaphank Yard, William Floyd School was going to buy them, but except they won't do it because not much new drivers wants to hire for Bauman because they think they're getting low paid and they don't want to accept that. So they just lost the contract and let First Student have it for the rest of the year. Well, only the special ed kids still take Acme Bus, but for the mainstream commuters, they end up stick with First Student instead. There's my mid bus. I love those mid buses. Although it's not a great company either. Well, no offense to Acme fans, but if I was interested in Acme's, I love those mid buses. Those are the only buses I really love in the Acme industry. Well, except there's not much room to get to the other side, fencing. There's another actual Acme bus. Wow. There's that Colin. There's this bus. I've seen this one before. I love the reflection. Another Atlantic Express Bluebird, Hurricane Sandy. A broom left abandoned. Yeah, the school bus yard does look pretty abandoned, all right. Another mid bus. Man, I'm never getting tired of looking at those mid buses. Although they're becoming out of date too, but I can't stop how interesting they look. Especially if I'm doing this in this beautiful sunrise. We got some more. Actually, 1032 has been famous on TV a lot recently when it comes to videos like the strike or possible bankruptcy. And that's a good Starcraft bus right there. Actually, I seen this bus a lot. Goes every yard it went to, like Copeg, Ronkonkoma. I seen this bus going coast to coast in every yard. Now I'm heading out to the third side a lot where the scrap buses. This is where the real abandoned school bus yard is. Now we're gonna see some GMC Atlantic Express Bluebirds, probably like from late 90s to 2000s. I saw this bus come to my school before I graduated. Well, except that's not local. Here's some real Acme buses. We see some buses that were turning out parts. Yeah, they've been, well, Ford buses don't last as long as the Chevys did. Yeah, I see, that's why. There's my freshman year bus, 12,571. I used to love this bus when I'm in freshman. Although I'm not having a good start, but I love the bus that I rode because the interior smells nice, the seat color's cool, and also it's a very unusual, so unpopular bus model anyway. Now we see some more outdated buses that were turning to scrap. Atlantic Express bus. Atlantic Express. Not Atlantic Express. There are some Copeg buses. If I spot a Minotaur like the Ford ones you see every day, those are the ex-Copeg buses, or should I say North Amityville? I can't tell. There is a blue Hurricane Sandy Atlantic Express bus that's just abandoned, real good. Signs out, hood's in bad shape, no DOT sticker. Yep, that's a good explanation. What's this? This Minotaur has been off the road since a couple of years ago, and no engines missing, and no grill. Well, I can see that. Now we go for the last few Atlantic Express GMCs before I get to the next location. Yep, we see more abandoned school buses, all right. This yard really looks abandoned. Well, this company's been going out of business because of this. Yep, I can see that. This bus is almost expired for DOT. Well, except it's too late now. Well, it's history. Well, I don't know if I can finish the video in time, but I'll try to do another upload for part 2 coming up. Just in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and